What's going on, guys? This is Republic Bricks. My name is Timmy, and we're back here with week 7 of building the clone base on Corellia. 7 weeks into it. My mind is blown. I mean, 7 weeks into this already? Are you kidding me? It's crazy. It's crazy that we're already almost 2 months into building this mock. I can't believe all the support that we've got from you guys. I mean, thank you guys so much for all the support that you guys have given us. It's really insane, and we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all that support that we have gotten, you know, with this channel and stuff like that. All the subscribers, all the likes, all the comments. Thank you guys so much. So I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, this week we got tons of progress done. You're gonna see a battlefield that's completely finished, and then we're gonna get some rock work done, like I said we would last week. So, you know, some good progress this week. I mean, definitely stay tuned to the end. It's a bit of a longer episode. I think we're pushing about 20 minutes. A bit long for me, but you know, I go over some necessary stuff that we have to go over when building, you know, a big mock like this. So, you know, let's not prolong this video anymore. Let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so before the next time lapse comes, we're gonna have to do some searching here, because like you see over here, okay, so you know, this is Saturday now, and I already have some of it uploaded onto the YouTube, or not the YouTube, the iMovie. I already uploaded like all the time lapse part that, you know, you guys just saw. But okay, so we need all these parts right here. So what we're gonna need to do is you're going to need to come over here, sit down, you know, look for all those like dark gray parts, or even brown, or you know, green or tan, so that we can put them all around right here, so that when you look at the mock, you see like it's either bedrock or it's, you know, tan grass and stuff like that. I prefer like for all to be tan or all to be brown. I mean, green, I guess, you know, it's fine or whatever. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. But I mean, if we're doing like super accurately, then it should be, you know, gray or brown, because that's, you know, what it looks like underneath the earth, or underneath the surface of the earth. So we're gonna go through, look for all that. We're also gonna get slopes out. So right now, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna find all those pieces, and then I'll show it to you guys, you know, that we got all the pieces. And then what we'll do is we will build that, and we'll finish off that whole entire area, just, you know, like that little area. And then I'm also gonna get all the slopes ready, so then we'll be able to start the mountain. We'll work on the mountain. That should be it for this segment. So let's get right into that. Alright guys, so I didn't film the time lapse of this, but I got this all done because you really wouldn't be able to see the time lapse anyways. This, like, so we put the wall there, and then you can see it does just go down, and then it goes around there, and so you got the bedrock part. And then what we did is I added a bunch more plates over here, and then I'm gonna texture this even more, probably a little bit more. I'm gonna have a bunch of, I mean, there's gonna be grass on here anyways. I mean, we'll texture a bit more, but I mean, it doesn't need to be, you know, too crazy. Like, it doesn't, I mean, it's gonna have grass. I mean, I guess I'll, you know, texture a little bit, but I just see kind of as a waste of pieces, especially since there's gonna be grass over and stuff like that. Here though, that's where the mountain's gonna be. It's gonna come up right here, or probably like right here, and it's gonna be built up pretty high, and so we'll start that pretty soon. However, down here will be very detailed. I will make sure, you know, to make that really detailed. Here, I think it looks good. Once you get the water and stuff, it's gonna be really awesome. So, you know, basically, besides, you know, detailing, most of the beach is done, and so this is all we're gonna get done with the beach for this one. I got a bunch of slopes and stuff like that, so I found, you know, fairly good amounts. So we'll have a little time lapse, you know, just in a second or two, and we'll be able to show all the progress we got done with this right here. We'll get all the way across, and then hopefully we'll start building it up more, and we'll start putting things like those black things behind there, so that we can start building it high, because it is going to need to get high. And that should conclude this week of building it. But as you can see, I'm just going to get a bunch of 1x2s, and I'm just going to plate them around to add more detail around here. Dark tan, reddish brown, and tan, so that it looks much better. I'll look for more pieces I have in the collection just to start off, and then hopefully, you know, if I have enough, it'll be awesome, because I mean, we have all those parts over there, plus more, plus all those parts up there. So I mean, we got a bunch. So hopefully, you know, we can use it all there. That way we don't have to place an order, because that kind of just stinks, you know, having to place orders. But I mean, especially with all those parts there, it's like, yeah, come on, we can figure something out. But I mean, it looks really good right now. I mean, I really like it. It's really awesome. I can't wait to put all the grass on there. I'm sure you guys are excited too. That'll be next week. So hopefully by the end of next week, we'll have it all grass, and we'll start having, you know, the AETs on here. We'll start the outline of this mountain here. I mean, it's going to be built up high. I mean, I cannot believe that we're actually going through with it. You can see that we do have, okay, so it's going to be like here. And then it's going to get difficult because, let me see, it goes up 1, 2, 3. So it goes up 3. So it goes up a whole entire brick. So maybe it won't be anything here. I'm still kind of deciding what we're going to do, because we built it up, because, I mean, it looks really good coming down like that. So we're kind of just deciding how we're going to, you know, play that out, because they don't come with like a plate slope, like that doesn't exist. So I'm not really sure what we're gonna do yet. Sorry. So we will, next week it'll just kind of be prototyping with that. If we have to, we'll just backtrack and rip it all up, and then, you know, just make it level, or we'll just add. Another thing is just to make this all even by just adding plates to it, so by making it all up high, but then it'll just be, you know, wasting plates. So, you know, this is just some stuff to consider, and that's what we'll consider before, you know, building into next week. So yeah, that's basically it right here. Let's do the little time lapse of me building the wall or the mountain, and then we will conclude this week. Alright guys, so that is everything we got done. Wow, alright, so it doesn't look like a lot, but trust me guys, we did get a pretty good amount done. So we finished off this side of the mountain, and we also learned a lot. Like, I can't wait to discuss all this. I mean, this is going to be a little long. So we did get a lot more done over here, and we started, you know, plating it back there. And the good news is, look how much room we have. We have so much room. And whenever you're building a mountain, this is key, because I learned this from the first big mock I built, and just mocks, you know, after that. You need to leave space like this when you are building a big mountain. The reason why, I mean, first of all, I don't really like dealing with mountains. This is, I mean, I like how they turn out, because they turn out really cool and it looks really good. But they're just kind of a pain to build, to be honest, because they eat up brick. Like, when I'm done with this, I want to take, like, I want to be able to sit on it. Like, once it slopes up, I want to be able to sit on it, because unless you can do that, it will not be strong at all, because you have to build up all this brick back here in order for the slopes to go up, because if you don't, they'll just fall over. Like, I'm trying to make it so it's very strong, so I can put my hand down on it. And that's why if you turn around, if I turn it over here, they're called burps. They're actually like big, ugly rock pieces. I don't know why they're called that. Anyways, I would get a bunch of these to start off the rocks when you're building, you know, slopes and stuff like that. I would, you know, get those pieces, because they're kind of crucial, in my opinion. This is one of the first times I dealt with them, and I actually really like how well they are. They're strong, and you can just build so much off of it that I just really like it, and I really suggest it, you know, when you're building the base of it. I don't think that you should, you know, use it once you're building it, you know, pretty high. You know, maybe some builders do, I'm not really sure, but I definitely recommend it when you are building, you know, down like at the very base of it. And rock work, for me, it's just a lot. It's time consuming. You have to make sure it doesn't look, you have to make sure it looks natural, and then don't make it look so mechanical or just like the same. Like, you have to, you know, change it up so it actually looks, you know, natural and stuff like that. And it's just a lot of bricks, honestly, because all of this, once we continue to build up, this is all gonna be taken up with bricks or just big filler pieces. I'm hoping to get Duplo just to build it up high and then be able to put like the bricks that need to go. But you can already see like we're starting to use stuff like that, or just stuff to keep this stuff strong. And also another thing, I want to know what you guys think. Either light gray, for sure dark gray, but I incorporated some light gray. One, because I have a bunch of that, and so it's kind of easier, because if not, then I would only have so many dark gray pieces. And these pieces are not cheap. I will let you know, if you're trying to build a slope of mountain, especially of this scale where it is going up very high, and look how long it is, like it covers the whole entire table, it is very pricey. So unless you already have them, it is going to cost you a very good amount of money. And I know, because I spent a good amount last time when I was building a big mountain. Maybe it's a bit cheaper now, but they're not cheap pieces, especially for like one of the bigger ones, like the 1x2x3s, like this one in dark bluish gray. Not the cheapest part, and the inverted one too. This piece right here, the inverted one in dark bluish gray, not the cheapest pieces. And then once you add up all that filler brick, it starts to add up. It's going to start to add up. And that's why we're just trying to use all these pieces that we have down here and just go through it all, get all the pieces we need, all the pieces that we don't need for mock, to sell it, and then hopefully make some of the money so that we can buy slopes and, not really be having to spend too much money, because that's our goal, is not to really have to spend too much money on this mock. I know, obviously, that we're going to have to buy, tons and tons of tiles, and then, just for this part right here, and then tons of 2x4s and 1x4s for when we start, making the second floor snot and stuff like that, and then trans blue for like our hangers and stuff like that. Even though I'm not sure if it's gonna be trans blue, I think we'll kind of just keep it, just open hangers, and then we'll have a sliding door. But it's just tons of gray. Like that gray over there, it's not gonna. We're gonna need like 10 of those of just 2x4s for this mock, and so it's really gonna start adding up. So if I can get a good chunk of this done, and with Bryce going out and getting a bunch of local hauls, which you guys have probably already seen and will see more of, it really helps out, so that we don't have to, because like with those local hauls, we can take the sets and stuff and flip them in the minifigures and flip them, make more money. And so first of all, we get all the parts from the people, and then second of all, so once we get all those parts from people, we can take and use the bricks. Second of all, then we can take the money that we made from the minifigures and sets and reinvest them in slopes and stuff like that. And then third, we can take all the excess pieces, and then we can resell them for bulk online. So that's really what we're trying to do. So that way we're maximizing our use of pieces and money wise, so that we're not spending too much. And so that our investments will pay off, because that's what we really want to do, is we want to make sure this pays off. And that, especially, of course we want to build it, because it's fun to build and stuff like that, but we don't want to be spending, tens and thousands of dollars to build something that's fun. Like, of course, that is awesome and stuff like that, but if we can build, something that's really fun to do, and then also, save money and not spend kajillions of dollars on it, that's also really cool. So that's what we're really trying to do. That's what we're aiming for. And so you can see, like, I'm not sure why my camera's being like this, but it looks really good all the way down right now, and it is still going to get much higher. So we're going to work some more on this. We're going to find more slopes. There's tons of pieces in there. Bryce's job is going to go through and get all the slopes in dark bluish gray and light bluish gray. So in probably like 2 weeks, you'll have a whole entire bin full of slopes. If we do, it'd be awesome, and then we will start working again and use a bunch of filler brick. But we need to start building up this part right here, so that we can know how high we want to build this up, so we know when to start moving it, sloping it backwards. Because I'm still thinking 20. This one's okay. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6. So this is 6 high right now. So I'm thinking about 20 high just for the first story alone. So, and that's when it's going to curve over at the first story. So it's going to need to be about 20 bricks high. So before we start, building more and more, I just want to confirm that it's going to be about 20 bricks high. I think that'll be perfect height for it. And so once we do, then we'll continue, building up there. We're going to make a huge 2x4 order here pretty soon. Like I said, once we go through all those parts, I'm not sure how soon, but it should be fairly soon that we will make that huge 2x4 order. And yeah, so that's it. And sorry for rambling on such a long time. It's just very important that, we stress that to you guys, especially people who are actually watching this far. You guys obviously are very invested into this, and, we thank you very much for that. And so I just kind of wanted to explain, our reasoning and why we're doing that. But, let me know down in the comments, light gray and dark gray, or just dark gray. Because if you guys only want dark gray, for now on, we'll just use only dark gray, and then I'll even get rid of most of the light gray that I can easily get rid of. But I think a mixture of both of them looks good. I mean, I don't want to use, so much light gray. I would prefer to use dark gray and then only use light gray like when I have to. Especially when we get closer to the top, I think I'm gonna make it mostly dark gray. But right now, near the bottom, it's kind of cool to have a mixture of the two. So yeah, let's get into the closing segment, guys, and yeah. Alright guys, so that is it for this week. Like I said, not as much progress as, last week when we almost finished the whole entire battlefield. But next week, guys, I can guarantee that we'll have grass. We'll have grass on there. We'll have the start of the bridge, starting to build the pillars up and stuff like that. We will have droids on there. We will have all the grass, we'll have droids on there. We'll start getting ready. We'll start the cliff that's going to be the little mountain cliff that will be over, at the very edge of the battlefield. We will start that too. So I promise all that will be started next week, and there'll be tons and tons and tons of progress done. We'll also start doing some more tiling and stuff like that on the base plates and stuff like that. And then there's a slight chance that we might have, more base plates. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. Definitely in the next few weeks we will be getting some more base plates. So that'll be really awesome to be able to finally, put the whole entire mock down, sort of say. Like the blueprints, not the blueprints, but, having all the base plates down is just really crucial. So then I can start mapping it out better in my head and stuff like that, and really start building the walls and start building up higher, because without that base plate, we can't really do too much right there. That's why I'm trying to finish all the battlefield right now, and then, have those base plates, and then, really start getting into the meat and the bones, which is building up that mock and building that mountain. And, the bridge is very important. I can't forget about that, so that we will really start working on that. Don't worry about that. Great, tons of videos have been coming out, the reviews you guys have seen, so make sure to check out our other videos, our weekly updates, everything, Bryce is mostly in those ones. Like I said, I usually run these weekly updates, or building the Clobase on Corellia. Well, I'll actually make it so next week that Bryce is in. I promise Bryce will be in this one of these building updates next week. But yeah, he's mostly focused on hauls and stuff like that. He really goes out locally and gets the hauls for us and stuff like that. I'm more working on YouTube and actually building it, and then we both co-run the Bricklink and stuff like that. So, it's just a team effort here with me and Bryce, and, it's been really awesome, doing this with him, and he loves it just as much as, I do, and we love you guys as fans, watching it and stuff like that, and we want to make you guys a part of it. So, thank you guys so much for watching our videos and stuff like that. Get out of here. And so, sorry. So, I think that's about it for this week, guys. So, once again, thank you so much for watching. If you stuck around this much, thank you very much. So, have a great day, guys. Have a great night whenever you're watching this. Thank you very much. And peace out.